Most people spend hundreds of dollars every spring on seeds, soil, fertilizer, and plants they'll never fully use. Meanwhile, the weeds they're pulling out of their driveway cracks are selling for $30 a pound at farmers' markets 2 miles away. The dandelion they sprayed last Tuesday? A restaurant in their city is paying premium price for that exact thing, grown organically, delivered fresh, and that empty 5-gallon bucket sitting in the garage. It can grow enough food to feed a family through an entire winter, if you know which 10 plants to put in it. Most people don't know either of these things. That's not an accident. Garden centers make money selling you complicated systems. Nobody profits from you knowing that the most valuable and productive plants you can grow are either already in your yard for free or thrive in the cheapest container you own. Today that changes. We're covering 20 plants across 2 lists, 10 that grow in buckets and feed you all winter, and 10 weeds already in your yard that are worth serious money. Before we start, hit that like button if you're tired of overcomplicating your garden, and subscribe to Green Roots. We post every week, and this is exactly the kind of knowledge we exist to share. Let's get into it. 1. Lamb's quarters. The spinach. Nobody planted lamb's quarters, Chenopodium album, grows in disturbed soil everywhere in America. Most gardeners pull it out without a second thought. Farmers market vendors sell it for $8 to $12 per pound. The leaves contain more calcium than milk by weight, more protein than spinach, and significant iron and vitamin A. It tastes mild, slightly earthy, and works in any recipe calling for cooked greens. Young leaves are excellent raw in salads. It grows itself, requires no care, reseeds prolifically, and is gone by midsummer, leaving the bed ready for other crops. The weed you're removing is more nutritious than most of what you're planting. That's worth sitting with for a moment. 2. Purslane. The omega-3 weed purslane contains more omega-3 fatty acids than any other leafy green plant. More than spinach, more than kale, more than anything in the produce aisle. It also contains significant magnesium, potassium, and vitamins A, C, and E. It sells for $15 to $30 per pound at specialty markets and upscale restaurants. It grows in your driveway, cracks for free. The succulent leaves have a mild, slightly lemony flavor with a satisfying crunch. Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cuisines have used it for centuries. Fattoush salad, Turkish kachik, Greek horta. American gardeners classify it as a weed to eliminate. The rest of the world classifies it as food worth paying for. Irvid 3. Wood sorrel. The lemon. Weedwood sorrel looks like clover with heart-shaped leaves and tiny yellow flowers. It grows in lawns, garden beds, and sidewalk cracks across the entire country. Children have always known it. It tastes like lemon candy. That sour flavor comes from oxalic acid, the same compound that gives rhubarb its tartness. The leaves, flowers, and seed pods are all edible raw. Fine dining restaurants use wood sorrel as a garnish and flavor element, paying specialty suppliers for what is growing uninvited in most American backyards. It contains vitamin C in meaningful quantities. It grows year-round in mild climates and reappears every spring without planting. It is one of the most overlooked edible weeds in existence. 4. Chickweed. The winter salad, green chickweed grows in winter when almost nothing else does. It emerges in fall, covers the ground in dense mats through cold months, and disappears when summer heat arrives. Most gardeners consider it a winter annoyance. Stellaria media is mild, tender, and nutritious, high in vitamin C, calcium, and magnesium. It has a pleasant, slightly grassy flavor similar to corn silk. Use it raw in salads, blended into pesto, or lightly cooked as greens. Harvest it in early spring before it sets seed when the leaves are most tender. It is free winter produce growing in the exact season when fresh greens are most expensive at grocery stores. The timing alone makes it one of the most valuable weeds on this list. 5. Stinging nettle. The 40 per pound weed stinging nettle is one of the most nutritionally dense plants in existence and one of the most valuable specialty crops in the American market. Dried nettle leaf sells for $30 to $40 per pound. Fresh nettle sells to restaurants for premium prices in spring. The sting disappears completely when the plant is cooked, dried, or blended. Cooked nettle tastes like rich, earthy spinach. It contains iron, calcium, magnesium, and protein, in concentrations that exceed most cultivated vegetables. It has been used medicinally for centuries for allergies, inflammation, and joint pain, with modern research supporting several of these uses. It grows in moist, nitrogen-rich soil along fence lines and ditches. Once established, it returns every year. Most people who have it consider it a nuisance. The people selling it at farmers' markets consider it income. Amara 6. Violet. The edible ornamental common, blue violet, Viola sororia, grows in lawns across the eastern United States. The flowers appear in spring, followed by heart-shaped leaves through summer. Both are edible, both are nutritious, and both are sold as specialty ingredients. The flowers contain more vitamin C than oranges by weight and significant vitamin A. They are used as salad garnishes, candied for desserts, made into syrup, and infused into vinegar. The leaves are high in vitamins and can be cooked as greens or eaten raw. Specialty food companies sell dried violet flowers for $20 to $40 per ounce. That lawn you're mowing every 2 weeks is producing something worth money, and you're cutting it down on a schedule. 7. Sheep sorrel, the tart salad. Ingredient: sheep sorrel, Rumex acatosella, grows in poor acidic soil where almost nothing else thrives. Rocky hillsides, sandy paths, compacted clay. The small arrow-shaped leaves have an intense sour flavor from oxalic acid. French cuisine has used cultivated sorrel for centuries in soups and sauces. Sheep sorrel is its wild American cousin, smaller, more intensely flavored, and growing for free in the places most neglected on your property. It contains significant vitamin C and has been used traditionally for digestive complaints and as a cooling herb in summer. The flavor is strong enough that small amounts go a long way, which means a modest harvest provides weeks of use in cooking. Motate. Plantain. The sidewalk pharmacy Plantago major, the low-growing weed with oval-ribbed leaves that grows in every lawn, every path, every disturbed soil area in America. Not the banana, the weed. It sells for $15 to $25 per pound dried to the herbal supplement market. Fresh plantain is used by foragers and homesteaders as a topical wound herb. Crush a fresh leaf and apply it to insect stings, minor cuts, and skin irritation for immediate relief. Clinical research confirms genuine wound healing and anti-inflammatory properties. The young leaves are edible raw in salads with a mild, slightly bitter flavor. The seeds, when mature, are a source of mucilage similar to psyllium husk, a fiber supplement that sells for significant money at health food stores. You are walking on a pharmacy every time you cross your lawn. 9. Elderflower. The luxury ingredient. If you have an elder tree or shrub on your property, you have one of the most commercially valuable wild harvests available to American homesteaders. Elderflower, the clusters of tiny white flowers appearing in early summer, sells for $15 to $30 per pound fresh to restaurants, specialty food producers, and craft beverage makers. Elderflower cordial, elderflower liqueur, elderflower vinegar, elderflower fritters all command premium prices at farmers' markets and specialty stores. The flowers appear for approximately 3 weeks per year. That window is the harvest window. People who know it exists plan their calendar around it. People who don't watch the flowers open and close every June without touching them. 10. Broadleaf dock. The overlooked Potter Brumex obtusifolius. Broadleaf dock. It grows in every neglected corner of every American yard, along fences, in compacted soil, at the edges of paths. Most people consider it purely a weed. They're not wrong that it's persistent, but they're wrong that it's worthless. Young dock leaves in early spring before they toughen taste similar to mild spinach with a slight lemony edge. They have been used as cooked greens across Europe and by Native Americans for centuries. High in iron, calcium, and vitamins A and C. The roots have traditional use as a digestive bitter and liver support herb, dried and used in small amounts as tincture. The mature seeds, roasted, have been used as a coffee substitute. A single dock plant produces food, medicine, and a beverage alternative across 3 seasons if you know what to take from it and when. 2 lists, 20 plants, all of them accessible, most of them free, several of them already growing in your yard right now. The bucket garden asks for a small investment of containers, soil, and seeds. and returns fresh food through the coldest months when grocery prices are highest and quality is lowest. The weed list asks for nothing except the willingness to look differently at what's already there. Both lists point to the same truth. Productive land isn't about how much you spend. It's about how much you pay attention. If this changed the way you see your yard, hit that like button. Drop a comment below, tell us which weed surprised you most, or which bucket crop you're starting first. And subscribe to Green Roots. This is what we do every week. Find the knowledge that makes your land work harder for you. The bell is right there. Use it.